emergency call.
Has someone responded to it?
I don't think so. That's why I was just checking.
Yeah, Yellow Jack, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a request for an escort on a wide load vehicle.
It's a request on what?
Escorting a wide load.
So it's not an emergency.
Negative.
Yeah, they've put...
It wouldn't just be a police escort.
A police escort for what?
A wide load is the only thing the call detail says.
Yeah, they've put it in the emergency calls though, and it's not exactly emergency.
10-4, I'll be responding to the scene.
10-4, just letting you know, the reason why 10-1 is because he's on a 10-11 with a green car. Not sure exactly on the model. Just outside Yellow Jack.
Yeah, 10-4.
With the name Triple
Hello?
Oh, hello, sir.
Are you the one that called 911?
Yeah. Here, thank you for giving me the paperwork. I understand. Yeah, I've got a security detail that are trying to move a large vehicle across the road, but obviously it's like pretty big, so we need a police escort to make sure that it gets there safely, as it like blocks off quite a lot of the road. If you would like to go to
We're not a security company, sir. You cannot call 911 for escort, as we don't do that, unfortunately. But you can hire escort companies to escort you, but we don't do that.
Alright, so it's just because the vehicle's big, I wasn't sure if it's going to block traffic or not.
Well, if you have a driver's license, you should be able to handle this vehicle.
Officer, I'll pass that on to my boss. Thank you anyway.
Yep, sir. Have a good day.
Right, you too, officer.
Yes, I just want to ask, I'm free to enter the back and deliver all my shit.
Yeah.
Advise 1 Alpha 1 is gonna be code 4 from that escort request.
Yeah,
Because they could decide to sue if you've
exactly.
done anything, yeah. Usually they'll just be okay, but... yeah.
10-4, Roger.
Free or 4 to dispatch. I got a 1080, a 4-door blacked out SUV, speeding past Yellow Jack.
Unfortunately, en route from Route 6.
Vehicle again.
A blacked out SUV, 4-door.
10-4.
So 2 Bravo 301 en route.
Do you know how to park fucking properly?
Sir? Sir,
Get-
can I ask you hold me over, sir?
Get back in your vehicle and park properly.
It's parked properly. A green underglow and a metallic.
Yeah. Can you just pass somebody with that description? You were following behind someone.
And negative, that was not the car.
To the
Okay,
unit,
then-
I overtook with my lights on, your headlights out, be advised.
10-4, thank you. I'll go get that fixed.
10-4.
1 Alpha 1, I'm going to be on a 1011 with a 2-door, looks like a sedan. 1020 is going to be a Koala drive, I believe. No additional 1042 is needed.
10-4.
Hello, officer.
Get back in your vehicle.
Am I not free to go? I'm in a.
No, you're not free to go. Get back in your vehicle. No one told you to drive up that mountain.
I was just.
No, there's not just. You don't drive up a mountain for the fun of it. Get back in the car. Driver's license, proof of registration, and insurance.
Pardon, sir?
Give me your driver's license, proof of registration, and insurance.
Hold on. It's you saying I'm gonna write it down in the actions right now, officer. Sir, can I ask for the reason?
No sign. Right, well, you give me a moment.
I'm cool to eat some snacks, right? Just
You're free to be quiet. You don't have any last names?
it's just you saying the second, sir.
There's no you saying the second. There's only one you
saying
say.
the second. It should be you saying the second, sir. Well, you saying that's my surname, the second.
And you
That's
don't
not
have
my parents' name.
your parents' name.
Pardon? You saying? Yep.
Well, you have no driver's license, you saying.
I should do, officer. I was just
There's
done.
no just. You don't have any driver's license.
Pardon?
You don't
Officer, there should be a mistake right there.
Nah, there's no mistake. You don't have a driver's license. So, yeah, you don't. So, step out of your vehicle, please.
Oh, come on now, officer. I'm in a business meeting.
Step out of the vehicle.
Man.
Face forward. Right, is there anything that will stick me, poke me, or stab me?
Yes, sir. I have this axe right here.
Can you not move? Can you stand in front of the vehicle?
I'm gonna drop the axe right there. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to
stop moving. Face the front of the vehicle.
Sorry, sir. I'm just not used to this. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you have on you?
Just an axe and a wallet full of cash. Officer, I'm a quite healthy guy. I like to eat my fruits, so I chop the fruits with the axe.
And why do you use an axe to chop?
Pardon?
Why do you use an axe to chop?
Yep, it's just like the old traditional routes of cutting the pineapples and the watermelons. We like just straight through the middle of the fruit with the axe, nice and clean.
Well, then I expect on you then.
Pardon?
So why do you have an axe with no fruits?
Yeah, for fruits when I see them, when I go to the shops and stuff.
Do you have any guns or anything at all in your vehicle that need to be noticed of?
No, officer. No, officer.
Right, we're gonna search your vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, you give me a moment.
Right now, I'm walking away. Throw me in a 32, right past the yellow jack.
10-4, just say roll you a 32.
Yeah, 10.
10-4.
3 Charlie 05 on scene.
2 Bravo 304 to dispatch.
Go ahead.
I have a 1032 outside of the mechanic shop on Route 68. This person is being very difficult to reason with kind of put them over with speeding.
10-4-2 Bravo 20.
Well, Alpha 1, out any available unit, can I get an additional for prison transport? Location is going to be Kuala Drive, right next to Panorama Drive Airfield, or the recycling center.
10-4, I think I'm the only available unit. I'm on my way.
Thank you. Can you stop moving?
Sorry, officer, something just happened.
Yeah, I don't. Right. Well, Mr. Hussein.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I can even call you Mr., you have no names. You have one name, so. Okay.
Sir, can we be a bit quick with this? I've got business meetings and that.
I don't think you'll be going to any business meetings, sir.
Officer, please. How about keep this in the down low? I snagged you a couple hundred. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're gonna be arrested for 60 hours for driving without a license.
It says 2 Bravo 56 to 1 Adamo 1.
Go.
Did you say the recycling centre is in the junkyard?
Yes, I believe I see your vehicle. If you just drive, you can see me stopped here with a green ugly man. If you just drive forward here.
Sir, you're ugly.
Forward.
Not forward. If you go on the road, then just keep driving.
Yeah. 10-4.
Yeah, so you'll be serving a 60-hour jail sentence for driving without a license, which goes, which breaks our penal code. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say will and can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be appointed to you by the state of San Andreas. Do you understand these rights?
Yeah, I know the drill.
It's about time to get a license.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, T-Bro 56.
Pardon me?
10-4, okay.
Alpha 1 code for tonight.
And mission to 10-3 as well, just to go in and talk to.
10-4. What is happening here?
You know how dangerous that was. You went in my blind spot. I could have killed you.
You know how dangerous it is driving this on the road. It's not allowed to be driven on the road.
Sir, this is the call we made to you about 10 minutes ago, and you refused to escort it, so this is your fault.
First of all, this is not road legal.
Driving under a dump truck, are you
This is not road legal, sir. Give me your driver's license, please. You, the driver, you in the
glasses. Do you want to give him some personal space, sir? Do you want to give him some personal space, mate?
Leave the area, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the driver, so stop interrupting.
Right, okay, so here's the situation. A phone call was made, right? A phone call was made to the police, and I was told by one of my security officers that they had talked to the police and they had refused to give an escort. So and they said that we could do the escort as long as we do it safely. So, in that case, we had driven this with care, as you saw before you dangerously drove in front of us and went into my blind spot multiple times, right?
This dump truck is not illegal to be driven. It is road illegal.
No, hold on. It is legal to be driven on roads as long as it's been given an escort, because of the size and width of it. And it is legal as long as it's safe to do so. We did try and call the cops to get an escort so we can have lights and sirens so it's more safe, but it was refused. Now, we have a quota and we can't change those quotas, so with the security vehicles, which does have lights and it has its own form of siren, escorted the vehicle through desolate roads in a safely manner. That was until one of your officers pulled out in front of us and nearly hit one of the security men, and then you had got into my blind spot multiple times and I nearly crushed you, and that death would have been on my hands because of your reckless driving.
It was not reckless driving because I was paying attention to my driving. I was driving in front of you to get paid attention.
You were reckless driving.
You cannot
Theo.
drive sorry.
Driver's license, please.
You were recklessly driving, right?
Driver's
to the point
license.
where under my wheel, I can't see. I sit up there. I can't see under me. You went into my blind spot multiple times, and it's thankful that I've got this earpiece on, and my security officer right there was telling me that you were under me. Otherwise, you'd be dead right now.
I wouldn't be dead because I was paying attention to my driving.
You would have been dead because that 100-ton vehicle would have crushed you into a pulp.
Right, sir. Driver's license, please.
Yeah, and you can also call your supervisor, thanks.
Driver's license. Impeding the flow of traffic, as this does not only drive over one lane, but crosses over half of the other lane, and could potentially hit and drive over another vehicle, and kill several people.
Yes, well, didn't my client request a police escort?
I have no idea. There was a phone call about some escort thing, and there was a mule at the scene.
Okay, and
Yeah,
could you say that my client and this other man here are doing their very best to keep the roads safe?
Either way, safe or not, it's still not road legal. You can.
Mr. White, were you given authorization to use your vehicles to try and keep the flow of traffic working?
Yeah, we were. The cop who responded said, as long as you do it by safe means, you can escort it yourself.
There you go. And essentially, I mean, how else are these trucks going to get around? They have to go in and out of the quarry at some stage to transport stuff. I mean, other than that, they have to leave the quarry. They can't just remain there all the time. It just sort of defeats the purpose of them. Therefore, if my client have done their due diligence to try and not impede the traffic of the road, they were denied by the police department to have an escort, and they were granted by the police department to use their own vehicles. I don't see a reason why they should be pulled over.
Are you sure the police department granted you to use your own vehicle?
Yes.
Yes, because my one of our security officers said, an officer came in and said, we're not going to do it, but as long as you use the official vehicles that have proper markings and sirens.
And which police officer said that?
We didn't get a name, he just said an officer came down.
If you wish, you can contact the dispatch and ask for the officer that was talking with
if we can get an officer said, and the officer then says, no, I didn't authorise it, I will eat my hat and I will go and I will let you do your business. But from what they've told me, it exists because it shows no intent to commit a crime. In matter of fact, it shows the opposite. It shows that you had the intent to not commit a crime to the best of your ability. However, they had to what they got because the police department declined to give them an escort. Therefore, the mens rea is forward.
So officer, this is what I'm stating, officer. You hear? Or deputy, sorry.
I've reviewed my dash cam footage, and from what I saw, there is a dash cam on that bike, for your knowledge. And I never granted them to do it. I said you have a driver's license. Do not interrupt me. I said you have a driver's license. You're able to drive the vehicle yourself, as there was a mule there and there was no dump truck.
No,
so
hold on.
He is able to drive the mule by himself.
Right. No, hold on, officer. Are you telling me that you lack the mental capacity to understand, and you assume that we were referring to a mule, even though
in the 911 call it said a wide load, and a mule is not a wide vehicle?
Well, I was never informed of anything. I was informed of a request of transport.
Before anyone could explain.
So in that case, it was because you were misinformed, or you yourself misinformed yourself, which means we are not eligible for any charge or any problem. In fact, and as the lawyer has said himself on multiple occasions, we had marked security vehicles. We have been using quiet roads, and we have been safe at every turn. Done nothing but protect the law instead of breaking the law. So at this point in time, you're currently breaking the law with harassing us with false charges. And I'm still not going to drop the fact that you recklessly drive under this 100-ton vehicle with a load. Because if you were to be crushed, okay, I never interrupted you. You don't interrupt me. You and your little bike drove under this vehicle where I could not see you. In fact, you can go and sit inside the vehicle and tell me if you can see your bike right now, because I can guarantee you won't. That was the situation I was in. Now, see if you were to get crushed. Guess who that death would be on me? It would be on me, right? I would get charged with manslaughter, even though you were at fault. So,
your supervisor is en route.
Right, so can I have a word with you in private, please?
Are you talking to me?
There's only one
Yes.
stop here.
Oh, that's fine.
Over your bike. I'm going to recommend that you. I will happily advise my clients not to pursue anything if you give them a ticket. However,
Negative. You can happily advise them to sue me, as I have all recording footage of them not being granted to drive, as otherwise I would have dropped the charges. But I do have evidence that they was never permitted to drive a dump truck. They were only permitted to drive a mule, as that's what was seen by myself while I was on duty.
What was transmitted through the call? What was transmitted to you as?
I was transmitted by dispatch that there is now one call, someone requesting a convoy, a yellow jack.
Right, so what will you be charging them with?
I'll be charging them with disturbing the peace and reckless driving.
Opposite.
Well, either way, intent or not, they still broke the law and they will be charged with what they broke.
But to prosecute and charge somebody with something, they need to have intent to do it. These people did not have the intent to do it. They performed the action, but they did not have the intent to commit
They
the
performed
crime.
the action unlawfully, which results in a crime.
But you still need the intent there to prove it. As a matter of fact, they did the exact opposite.
Right, well then they can happily go and appeal the punishment in the court.
I will be making an appeal, so I'll be available if you want to go through your protocol now.
Okay, driver's license.
Yep. Just the fact it's covering half your years.
What
I'm saying is,
properly.
if you interrupt me one more time, I swear to the Lord.
Never
what happened is, I've just done it third time.
I was answering your question.
You didn't have to answer it. You could have just listened. You know, as an officer, I thought you'd have more than the fucking common sense. As I was saying,
I do have common sense, and I was being respectful about answering your question.
You've been disrespectful this entire time, and you nearly died today. And it's kind of funny how you're still being a smartass after you nearly died because you're a reckless driving officer, which I will not forget to add the details for the appeal.
That's fine. But I put my safety in priority, and I put my safety to not be driven by your dump truck.
There, the dump truck is a business vehicle. It was authorized by an officer. The convoy was authorized by an officer because they refused to give a police siren and lights convoy, which is not on our fault. They gave us permission to use marked security vehicles to do the convoy, in which we did do so. We have dash cams on both security vehicles. We all have body cams as well. So all the details
prove? Can you show me the body cam then that says that an officer allowed you to authorized the dump truck delivery?
Creed.
Wise mate.
No, I need. You were the one that talked to the officer, weren't you?
Yeah, it was outside the yellow jack, so we'll have CCTV.
Any
Also,
chance you can give me the SMS card out of your body cam?
Can I talk to you over here?
Yeah, you go. Switch to traffic stop 4.